Propaganda of the 3rd of May and Guernica protest war. Compare 3rd of May of Francisco de Goya and Guernica of Picasso, how they convey the information and what is the propaganda. The artworks that are going to be compared are the 3rd of May from Francisco de Goya, 19th century, and Guernica from Pablo Picasso in early 20th century. Although these two artworks have been created in different centuries by different artists, however, they share many things in common. The propaganda of both artworks is protesting the war or the battle between good and evil, which in this case the evil is the war. The first thing is the information that they transform from their names. The name of two artworks give us the hint that the masterpiece is about historical event, and both artworks created based on a tragic historical event. There are many similarities and differences between both masterpieces, but here we are going to mention how both artists transform the information and their protesting voice through the subjects, figures, and playing with light. In both artworks, we can see the dark and light sides. In the 3rd of May, the border is obvious. However, in Guernica, since the painting is in black and white, it is not that obvious. Picasso used the black and white to purpose to express the new software that we were in newspaper, as mentioned in analyzing political art in early 20th century. The light also in both paintings represent the people and country. In 3rd of May, the lightest part of the painting is the man standing in front of pointed gun trying to protect the rest. In Guernica, the body figures have the light contrast. Also, the figure in the middle who brings the light is the lightest part of the painting, which can be compared with the lantern in the 3rd of May. Both artists put the war in the dark side in order to show their protest against it, and put the people in the light side, which was the innocent people. Besides the shadows, both artists use figures and human emotions to show the innocence of the victims. In the 3rd of May, the victim side dressed in white with dirty clothes transferred the sense of desperation. On the other side, the military uniform and military boots give us the opposite view, which is brutality. On Guernica, the same process happened with a figure of dead body and figures with hands up, which shows the desperate situation. In both masterpieces, dead bodies emphasize the idea of brutality. Besides the human figure, both artists imply the hope and faith. In the background of the Goya's painting, we can see a faded building which looks like a church and represents the faith of people and hope for justice. Same thing happens in Picasso's art indirectly. According to the article, high modernists, the avant-garde in the early 20th century, Dove in this masterpiece is the symbol of Holy Spirit, the hope and faith transferred the message that the good always win the evil. The last symbol, which is obvious in both painting, is the light, or in other words, lantern in the 3rd of May and the light in Guernica. In this case, both artists use same subject to transfer different messages. The lantern in the 3rd of May is on the floor and is not obvious, but divides the painting into two different sides, emphasizing the brutality and injustice. However, Picasso's, the author mentions in High Modernist, the avant-garde in the 20th century, article that the light is in the middle of the page and shows a man who brings the light and ends the war and brutality. And here is another work from Picasso, inspired by 3rd of May, and another work from Francisco de Goya from his work collection.